Welcome, dear friends. I am so glad you are here today. Today we are going to travel back in time. Back to the banks of a great river. Back to the palaces of the most powerful king on earth. Back to a desert where one man stood alone, with nothing in his hands but a wooden staff. And yet, that one man shook the throne of the mightiest empire in all of human history. His name is Hazrat Mosa, Moses, peace be upon him. He is one of the greatest prophets Allah ever sent to this world. He is mentioned in the Quran more times than any other prophet. His story is full of fire and fear, of miracles and mountains, of struggle and surrender. It is a story that will make you think deeply about your own life. So please, sit comfortably, open your heart, and let us begin. Part 1, The Baby in the River. Our story begins in the ancient land of Egypt. At that time, Egypt was ruled by a king so arrogant, so cruel, so drunk with power, that he had declared himself a god. His name was Firawn. Known in history as Pharaoh. Firawn ruled with an iron fist. He had a massive army, enormous wealth, and absolute control over everything and everyone in his kingdom. But one day, his fortune tellers and wise men came to him with a warning. They said, "A boy will soon be born among the people of Bani Israel. And that boy will one day destroy your power." Firawn was terrified. And terrified kings do terrible things. He gave an order, every baby boy born to the people of Bani Israel must be killed. Imagine living under such a ruler. Imagine the fear in every home. Every mother holding her newborn son, trembling, hiding, praying. And it was into this world, this dark, dangerous, terrifying world, that Hazrat Mosa was born. His mother held him in her arms and looked at his tiny face. She loved him with every piece of her heart. And she was desperate to save him. Then Allah spoke to her heart. Not through an angel. Not through a vision. But through a quiet certainty that only a mother who truly trusts Allah can feel. Allah told her, "Place your baby in a basket. Put the basket in the river. Do not be afraid. Do not grieve. We will return him to you. And we will make him one of our messengers." Can you imagine the courage that took? A mother. Placing her newborn baby, her most precious treasure, into a basket. And letting the river carry him away. Into the unknown. Into the hands of Allah. She did it. Because she trusted Allah completely. And the river, as if it understood its mission, carried the basket gently, safely, all the way to the palace of Firawn. The basket was found by the servants of Firawn's wife. She was a woman of gentle heart whose name was Asiya, one of the greatest women in all of Islamic history. She looked at the baby and her heart filled with love. She went to Firawn and said, "Do not kill this child. He may be of benefit to us. Let us keep him as our own son." And so, the very baby that Firawn was trying to destroy, was now living inside his palace. Sleeping under his roof. Eating at his table. Allah had outsmarted the most powerful man on earth. And he did it with a tiny baby in a basket on a river. This is Allah. This is his power. This is his plan. Part 2, Growing Up in the Palace. And so Hazrat Mosa grew up inside the royal palace of Egypt. He was raised with wealth, education, and privilege. He wore fine clothes. He ate the finest food. He was trained in the ways of royalty. But deep inside his heart, something always felt different. He knew he was not truly one of them. Because outside the palace walls, his real people, the people of Bani Israel, were suffering. They were slaves. They were forced to build enormous structures under the burning Egyptian sun. They were beaten. They were humiliated. They were treated as less than human. And Hazrat Mosa, with his sensitive heart and his deep sense of justice, could not ignore it. One day, he went out into the city. He saw an Egyptian man beating a man from Bani Israel. The injustice of it burned inside him. Without thinking, he stepped in to stop it. In that moment of anger, the Egyptian man died. Hazrat Mosa was filled with regret. He had not intended to kill. He turned to Allah immediately, with a broken and humble heart, and said, "My Lord, I have wronged myself. Please forgive me." And Allah forgave him. Because Allah loves those who turn to Him in sincerity. But now his life was in danger. The news spread. The authorities were looking for him. And so, the young man who had grown up in the most powerful palace in the world, fled into the desert. Alone. With nothing. He walked for days through burning sand and endless emptiness. Until he reached a land called Madian. There, at a well, he saw two young women struggling to water their flock of sheep, waiting patiently while rough and loud men pushed them aside. Hazrat Mosa, tired, hungry, and running for his life, still stopped to help them. This is his character. This is who he was. Even in his darkest moment, his first thought was for someone else. He helped them. And then he sat in the shade of a tree and prayed. "My Lord, I am in desperate need of whatever good you might send my way." And Allah answered. The women's father, a wise and righteous old man, invited him in. Gave him food. Gave him shelter. And eventually gave him a home, a wife, and a new life. Hazrat Mosa stayed in Madian for 10 long years. 10 years of quiet. 10 years of shepherding sheep through the mountains. 10 years of reflection, patience, and growing closer to Allah. He did not know it then, but Allah was preparing him for the greatest mission of his life. Part 3, The Burning Bush. One night, Hazrat Mosa was traveling with his family through the mountains. The night was cold and dark. He saw in the distance, a light. A fire, burning on the side of a mountain. He told his family to wait and he walked toward it. As he came closer, the fire did not behave like any fire he had ever seen. It burned, but it did not burn the tree. It glowed, but it did not spread. It was alive in a way that no ordinary fire is alive. And then, a voice spoke. A voice that filled the mountain, the air, and his entire soul. "O Mosa! I am Allah, the Lord of all the worlds." Hazrat Mosa stood frozen. His whole body trembled. The voice continued, "Take off your sandals. You are in the sacred valley. I have chosen you. Listen carefully to what is being revealed to you." This was the moment. The moment a shepherd became a prophet. Allah spoke to Hazrat Mosa directly, without an angel in between. This is why he is given the title Kalamullah, the one to whom Allah spoke directly. Allah gave him his mission, go to Firawn. He has crossed all limits. Call him back to me. Hazrat Mosa felt the weight of those words. Go to Firawn. The most powerful and most dangerous man alive. He said humbly, "My Lord, I am afraid. My words do not come easily. Who will believe me? Please send my brother Harun with me to help." And Allah, the most merciful, the most understanding, said yes. He was not sent alone. He was given his brother. He was given support. Because Allah never gives a person a mission without also giving them the strength to carry it. He was also given 2 miracles. When he threw his wooden staff to the ground, it became a living, moving serpent. When he picked it up, it became a staff again. When he placed his hand inside his shirt and pulled it out, it shone with a brilliant, pure white light. These were his signs. These were his proof. And with these, and with Allah's promise that he would be with them every step of the way, Hazrat Mosa and his brother walked toward the most dangerous palace in the world. Part 4, Standing before Firawn. The meeting between Hazrat Mosa and Firawn is one of the most dramatic moments in all of human history. On one side, the most powerful king on earth. Surrounded by guards, wealth, and an entire empire built on arrogance. On the other side, a man with a wooden staff. and the word of Allah in his heart. Hazrat Mosa delivered his message clearly and with complete dignity. He said, I am a messenger from the Lord of all the worlds. Release the people of Bani Israel. They are being oppressed. And there is only one God, and it is not you. Firawn laughed. His court laughed with him. He said, Are you not the one we raised in our palace? And you dare come here and speak to me like this? But Hazrat Mosa did not flinch. He did not lower his eyes. He did not step back. Because when Allah is with you, no throne in the world can make you afraid. Firawn called his greatest magicians to compete against Hazrat Mosa. They came from all over Egypt, the most skilled, the most experienced, the most confident in their craft. They threw their ropes and staffs to the ground, and through their tricks, it appeared as if serpents filled the ground. The crowd gasped. Then Hazrat Mosa threw his staff. And it became a real serpent, a true miracle from Allah, and it swallowed every single trick of the magicians whole. The magicians fell to their knees. Not in front of Firawn. In front of the truth. They said, We believe. In the Lord of Mosa and Harun. Firawn was furious. He threatened them. He punished them. But their hearts had been changed in an instant, because they recognized, as experts, the difference between a trick and a true miracle. But Firawn refused. His heart was sealed by his own pride. And so Allah sent sign after sign upon Egypt. Floods. Locusts. Darkness. Disease. Each time Firawn begged for relief and each time, he returned to his arrogance. This is the nature of a heart that has chosen pride over truth. No miracle is enough. No sign is enough. Because the problem was never a lack of evidence. The problem was a heart that refused to bow. Part 5, The Sea Splits and the Greatest Lesson. Finally, Allah gave the command. Take the people of Bani Israel and leave Egypt. Tonight. Hazrat Mosa led thousands of people out of Egypt in the darkness of the night. Through the desert, toward the sea. The army of Firawn, the most powerful military force on earth, was swallowed by the sea in moments. And Firawn, in his final seconds, cried out. I believe. There is no God but the God of Mosa. But it was too late. A belief that only comes when there is no other option, is not real faith. Real faith is choosing Allah when you still have a choice. Allah preserved the body of Firawn, so that generations after him, and generations after us, could see him and remember. This is what happens to arrogance. This is what happens to those who oppress the weak. This is what happens when a human being forgets who truly holds all power. Dear friends. The story of Hazrat Mosa is one of the longest and most detailed stories in the entire Quran. And Allah repeated it, again and again, not because he forgot. But because we forget. We forget that Allah can place a baby in a river and bring him back safely. We forget that Allah can turn a shepherd into a prophet overnight. We forget that when we are standing at the edge of the sea, with danger behind us and impossibility in front of us, Allah can split the water. The lesson of Hazrat Mosa is simple, but it is everything. Trust Allah. Even when the situation looks impossible. Speak the truth. Even when you are standing in front of a Firawn. Help others. Even when you yourself are struggling. Be humble. Always. Because the greatest fall in history, was the fall of a man who thought he was a god. And never, never, let your heart become too proud to bow before the one who created it. Hazrat Mosa stood before a king with nothing but a staff and the word of Allah. And he won. Because Allah was with him. And Allah can be with you too, if you choose him. Thank you so much for being here today, dear friend. If this story moved your heart, please share it. Someone out there needs to hear it right now. Until next time, be kind, be honest, and trust Allah with everything.